Now, just a quick little showcase. Aquatic Humanoid. It's something I whipped up a couple of hours, if that. I want to say an hour and a half, kind of, sorta. It's to use the tentacle I made a while back. So I'm going to view. This is the public version. So it's just a very basic, a couple of tentacles. Now the tentacles can be moved. I've set them up so they hopefully don't cause a lot of interference with the actual puppet itself. And the full version, if I back out here and go to here, now this is the full version. Now obviously this one's not released because the moderation system's absolute garbage. This one has the beak, it has the ear holes, it has the double tentacles at the back, it's got the tentacle, it's using a tentacle like a pair of underwear. And the reason this isn't getting released is because if I come into here, and go into here, and come into here, and come into here and turn off the cover, the tentacle just sits like a tentacle would. So it's not covering it up, and it has blowholes at the bottom, or ink squirters, whatever you call it, at the bottom. And that wouldn't fly. Like, no way in the world would that fly. It also has a extra tentacle at the front, which you can turn on and off. So if you want an extra tentacle at the front, you can. The auto jump it's so that when you bump into stuff, it doesn't automatically do the stupid moronic jump. So in theory, I could turn around and say, right, if I press, just say, actually, even better, I can grab we'll say a trigger zone. If I move this trigger zone so that it's, let's have it on this, to the bottom like this, and then lower it so that if the camera looks from below, how is that not centered? Okay, there we go, and go, okay, detect the camera. And when the camera is detected, boom, turn on cover. So I can then just go like this. So when I'm like this, and if I go, oh yeah, let's have a look under there, it's like, nope, don't look. And obviously, like, the speed you do that, this one here, if you turn this, we'll just say we'll slow it down like that. We'll do it like more like that. So now when you're doing it and you go, oh, let's have a peek, it's kind of like, nope, don't you dare look. So, but it still would not fly. The amount of stuff, I've spoken about it before, dunny dash, that sort of stuff, it's like, because there's anything to do with what a normal human being does in their normal everyday life, it's inappropriate. Like going to the toilet, that's inappropriate. Being naked, that's inappropriate. It's all inappropriate. According to them, it's not. It's totally normal, and you should be allowed to. The show would do, providing you're doing it in a non-sexual way. Because like having the whole bump and uglies, yeah, you can understand why that is behind closed door stuff. But like if you have a kid, a child, you got to wipe its bum. You got to, if it's a girl, you got to wipe its the other half. All that sort of shit happens. It's a natural part. You see nudity all the time. All this sort of stuff, it's all common stuff. But media molecules, moronic fucking censorship law, moderation systems, like, no, hell no. Even though it's just a couple little holes, my thought is, with it like a squid or something like that, it squirts ink at you. Now, it being a humanoid, human nature is, grab it from behind. And so that's why the squirters are there. So they just to go like this and squirt you, and that's it, you're blind. But yeah, no, media molecule don't see that. They're pack of prudes, yeah, that's stuff. But this particular puppet here, with the beak, the different color scheme, the glowing, the tentacles that cover up and stuff like that, that's not publicly available. It won't be because the whole they'll consider it as, I don't know, sexual violence. I don't fucking know. So I've just released the base version publicly. So it's got 2 tentacles. Feel free to move them around. It doesn't have the beak. It's really just a basic puppet sculpted with some tentacles. It's got the eyes in there, so you want to pinch it. Even if you just want to download the puppet to use the tentacles and the eyes on your puppet, by all means do it. Like, I'm not going to tell you how to use the stuff. It's like, but if you do that, like we always, give credit in your thing. So like, when you release it, just right here, thanks so and so for the thing, or eyes are provided by this person, or tentacle by this person, something like that. That's all you have to do. It's like, you don't have to, because people can come along and go, oh yeah, let's see what's actually in here, and go to the genealogy, and they can see, okay, that puppet, the base puppet, which is what I base all my puppets off, so that there's no conflictions. It's media molecule, so they can look at it, okay, it's media molecule, but then they go, eyes, oh, that's by that person, tentacles are by that person. So it's like, they can do it, but it's like, it's a courtesy thing, that if you use someone's creation, you give them a plug in the description or something like that. So that's what this video was about. It was just a quick showcase of this puppet. This is available, as you can see, remixable and listed. Do with it as you will. This one, however, which has the beak and the slightly different layout, as you can see, like that section there is closer to a humanoid, whereas this one here is more of a like a whatever creature you want to call that, like a coral or whatever. This one is not. That one there, as you can see, it's a private creation. It's not available. This one has a little bit extra features, but generally speaking, like the beak, it's kind of that. A little bit of extra sculpting, and this one here I've given the hands back. So the hands are there, whereas the other one doesn't have a set of hands. It's literally, because they're there. If I get a view, they're there. They're just not visible. So as you can see, they're not there. It's just a flat bit. This is for building upon, whereas the other one is the character I've created. It's annoying because I have to the way I create. I can't create like that if I want to release it, because this particular character I had to create this first, release that, and then add the stuff I wanted to add to it. And like even oh no, the eyes are the same. Even the things like a simple sculpt. If I was to give it, like, for example, if I was to go like give it nipples or a belly button or an actual butt crack or something like that, it's like I've got to build it without that first, make that available, and then make the version I would use for myself, which will have the butt crack or the nipples or the belly button, all that sort of stuff, because media molecule are like, oh, it's humanity. So yeah, so it's a showcase showing this puppet. It's up, it's available. I'll come into here and go to public. I do have a kit version of the HUD system up. So if I go into it, when you touchpad it, it's got lots of different, it's got options now, so you can change your options. It's nothing more than an updating version of the other HUD. That's why it's called the framework kit. It's not a basic. Then you got the forest. I'm still going to work on this. I'm just a little bit like, gaming industry's doing my head in. Just 4 sliding puppets. They're just, I've shrunk the head a little bit. They got blinking eyes and they got a little dress. Now, if you want to use them as a male, just grab the sculpts that I used to make the dress or the skirt and just delete them. Then and paint pants on it or whatever. There's a puppet. This guy created this puppet, and I've just given it the dynamic cloth skirt. So when you walk around, it's actually got the skirt that flops around. That's all I've added. I'll put it up, and as you can see, please check out the original creator, because there's him there, right there. So it's not hard to find. And I've got my tentacle, which is used on that one I just showed off, and the eyes. Now I could have just used this head, but this head didn't suit what I was going for. This head is available. It's remixable and all that. So if you want to use it, go for it. Again, if my creation is remixable, then you've got my permission to do with it how you feel like you need to use it. If I don't want people doing that with it, I'll make it as a playable. So for example, like this thingy, it's a relatively completed character, so therefore it's only playable, because I don't want people changing it around. But I'll make it playable. Now the ones that I know will not fly, I'll save online, but not make public. So as you can see, look, that's saved online, but it's public. But that's saved online, but it's private. Same with that one, it's private. That one's private. Now this one here isn't my creation, it's somebody else's creation. I like to download people who do good creations and then practice on it. So I can open this up, use the editing and try and like sculpt the same way as he does. And that way it broadens my abilities, if you want to call it that. So there's a testing for the different genders for the thing. Actually, I'll give you a quick little look at that. See, when you start with female, male, unique, which is neither, and Buddha, which is both. So you can go, okay, what do you want the character to identify as? You can choose, like for example, male. If you choose male and go okay, it'll give you a male version. But that like I can almost guarantee that would not fly. So that's why that's not released. It's private. So if you can't, no one else can see it. Private, public, private. So you can see where it's going at. Private, private. So this one here is because it's anatomically correct. So that would not fly. Give me a quick little look at it. It's male character. It's got the loser mode, but if I go down that, it's got stuff and it is dynamic. But that would not fly. So yeah, that's why that's not released. As you can see, it's a version of that, of anatomically correct. But there's no way Minimal could all let that fly. Even though there's nothing wrong with it. Everyone's born nude. But yet, oh, that's a big no-no. It's not like as if he's doing the mumbo jumbo, bigger and horizontal, yeah, bump and uglies with it. None of that's happening. But yeah, Metamolecule, pack of prudes, PCBS, getting out of hand, that sort of stuff. So that's what the video was about, letting you know that there is a creation up there. My creations, if they're public, by all means use them, give credit. That's all I ask. As with anyone else's creations, if you use someone's creation, don't try and pass it off as you made it. Give credit where credit is due and say, look, this is my version of this person's creation, enjoy. That kind of thing. Same with if you make a game and use someone's asset, thank you so and so for the asset. That's all you have to do. So I'm out here, stay safe, and again, dreams, if you're a creative person or a non-creative person just want a free game library, give it a look. If you can get it on sale, even better, but it's a cheap game anyway, and excluding the fact they're a pack of prudish loser censorers, it's if you do all your creations offline, it's great. And if you need to clear up space, release it as private. It will clear up space because you're only allowed a certain number of saves. So I'm out here, stay safe, and I'll catch you all next time. See you.